This one goes out to two special young ladies I've met today in my Uber ride. So your boy doing Uber full time now to make time to make the videos. Tonight's story is about perspective and how perspective can shift one's reality. So let's start from, the pre-beginning. 2 days ago, I recorded an audio log to make into a nice video for you guys to get to watch and enjoy and learn from. However, I made a few mistakes during the audio recording that just completely ruined the sound and the audio, and there was extra music in there that wasn't supposed to be. Long story short, I thought, man, this video is fucking ruined. That's what I thought. I thought it was like fucking ruined. Literally, a day and a half later, maybe like 2 days later tops, I'm doing my Uber rides, giving my passengers trips, and I'm thinking like, shit, man, like I really blew that video. That was really good. I could have really made something out of that. Like, I'm never gonna get that shot again. It's gonna be that good. But I've seen stories of people like having to start over from scratch of doing something on a one-off shot, and they're like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then for whatever reason, they lose the memory card or something happens and it's just not useful. And they have to start all over again, and that second or third time is far better than the first. So the unique thing about this one is, earlier today, I met two young ladies in my car that were talking about, I think they called it the Yes Theory. It was a YouTube channel that they're like obsessed with, like at least one of them were. And they were talking about the Yes Theory. I guess allowing yourself to take a chance on something that you would normally not take a chance on. I'm not saying go do some illegal shit, but at the same time, sometimes a slight shift in perspective can change everything around for you. Maybe meeting that special someone, or maybe particularly changing your life in the direction you've always dreamed, getting to go on that cruise, whatever. Now, I'm a big firm believer in the law of attraction, but the law of attraction needs billions of other little variables to make things work for us. And if all we need to do to start that shift in perspective is to do one little thing, is to say yes. Like, hey, someone wants to go skydiving today. You want to come? Just say yes. Let's jump off a plane. Let's say yes. Right? You get in an Uber and you just watched Yes Theory. I haven't seen the show yet, but whatever it's called, you've watched that show. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna try something new today. I'm gonna sit back and get my Uber driver to go parasailing with me, and that person says yes. If this sounds familiar to you and this is your story, this video is a shout out to you, because you know who you are. The two young girls from the back seat of my car, this is part of their stories. This is what I'm repeating right now. This is what they were talking about. The interesting thing is that I myself was recording a video based on changing one's perspective about a day or two ahead anyways. And shortly before they got in my car, like I was with someone else, and I just had like this really excited feeling about like the next person I'm going to meet in my car is going to be super fucking awesome. It's going to be a great time. I don't know how to explain it. I was so excited. It was more like that fare was just greater than others. But I knew like it wasn't like a crazy fare. It's like it wasn't that much. But the level of excitement that came with it was just unreal. I was like, dude, like this is gonna be something. I don't know what this is about, but I'm interested. And long and behold, they were talking about like, actually when they first got in the car, they had like really good energy. They was polite, and I thought like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wasn't really in the mood to do a lot of talking that day. My energy's been a little low lately, and I'm just like, that's cool. Makes me want to like pick up my pace. You know, I want to have a little fun. Like the energy was at that level where it makes you want to like dance. in a sense where it's like when it's time to party, what do? You dance, right? So they had that party energy to them. I'm not saying they were like looking to go out and go get drunk, nothing like that, but in a sense where it was like, life's good, it's a ball, let's have fun, let's enjoy it. So with that all being said, that's why this video was inspired to a little bit more by those two. So let's dive into it. This is University Cornell, and tonight's talk is about perspective. When you shift your perspective, your thoughts intentively, like say for an example, right? You've been meaning to do this special something for so long. When the right time comes, I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to make time to make it happen. But the funny thing is, it's something that you've always wanted to do, and it's just easy for you to go do it. You have all the means to make it happen. And like literally, if you wanted to just say, fuck today, just go do it, there's nothing stopping you. But for some reason, you choose self-doubt. Maybe the weather's not going to be good enough in the next 2 hours, or whatever the case is, something negative to like prevent you from moving forward, making that next action in the right direction, to create momentum, to build the right energy, to be that person you want to be in that moment with the correct persona and mind shift, prepared to accept that reality. I mean, isn't that what yesterday is? At some forefront, you're telling yourself, yes, I am willing to accept reality as it unfolds before me, despite the fact that I'm aware that it's somewhat random. However, the only choice that I have is to be a part of it. I mean, like, really, is that not what it's about? And to see how reality unfolds before us, and sometimes give us confirmation in terms of what we was expecting in the first place. Like, I'm a firm believer that reality reflects what we think and feel at all given times of the day, and sometimes, maybe all the times, reality is a little slow. Maybe just at least in our perspective, it's a little slow. The things that we're receiving today are like from days and weeks and months old. Like thoughts and things that we felt then we're now experiencing today. And the things that we have to intentionally and purposely think today to shape the future. Like, let's just slow it down for a second. That shit's mind-boggling, because you have to become like a whole new person in a sense. Because think about it. If everything that's led you to where you are today is the reflection of what you once thought in the past, maybe you're just having a bad day because you dropped your ice cream cone and the shit failed, and the person you're supposed to meet up that day with to have ice cream stood you up, and maybe for whatever reason the outfit you chose that they had a stain on it and you thought that it'd be noticed. So everything spiraled out of control because of one little thing led to the next, and blah 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 blah. And guess what? 6 months down the line, that emotion and the thoughts you had that day has manifested 6 months down the line. You completely forgot about that moment. Like, you forgot that you spilled your ice cream and got stood up and your outfit had a really bad stain and so forth. You forgot about that. And that's all in the past now. But the future and the present moment, should I say the present moment, which is now the future, is the recipient of those thoughts. And then when people say, "Oh, you should think positive, it change your life around," you can use the law of attraction. Right, you can. You literally can. But when you do these things, you're intentionally and deliberately choosing to change your present moments as you see them right now, today. And then in the next 2-3 days, most of us get bored and say, "What the fuck? This shit ain't working. Like, I've seen nothing." Maybe some of us are more bold and give it 3-4 weeks. Some people give it 6 months, or maybe 6 months you start to see things. But like maybe 3-4 weeks, you're like, yo, like, I've been trying my best. You've been a little spotty here and there with the affirmations, repeating things daily a certain amount of times, maybe skipping a few days, and you're like, all right, this is a count because I'm going to repeat it extra few more times today. But the consistency is not there, right? The momentum is not there. The energy is not there. That daily intention is not there. But don't worry, because you've done it enough times where something's going to come from it at some point. Maybe a lot, maybe not that much. But it doesn't matter, because when it happens, chances are you're not going to be aware enough to realize, oh shit, this is from like 8 months ago, and I was thinking about this, and I was really trying to be positive for like 4 weeks in a row before I gave up. Now here I am receiving the rewards 8 months later. Like, this is pretty good. Like, I just hit the lottery, like $500, right? The chick just asked me out. That almost never happens, right? This new job offer just popped up. I've been looking for this for like 3 years, and I just started affirmations 8 months ago. And then we wonder, like, what if I would have added this? And then we find ourselves backtracking to the inconsistency again of trying a little bit and giving up. But what if you just did it indefinitely? Just said, fuck it, I believe now. This is going to lead somewhere. Or maybe you come to the conclusion that this is how it works. You know, you got, like, so you think of it this way, you got like a bunch of sand and water in a bucket. And you continuously pour water into that bucket until all the sand that's in the bucket filters out until there's nothing but clean water left. Imagine those little grains of sand as being bad thoughts, and the water that's continuously flowing into it is nothing but positive thoughts. And before you know it, if you're willing and brave enough to embark into the unknown alone, to get rid of all those negative grains of sand, this is an internal job. There's no one to do it for you, so you do this alone. And when every grain of sand is gone, you're now in purity. You're on a different level, and you tell me that doesn't work. Some of us have more sand than others. Some of us need more purity than others. But the fact of the matter is that you are the determining factor to what changes that. You are it. You are that thing that has that power. And perspective, which is what this is all about, is direction. The perspective is direction. It's angles. It's points of view. And literally, it's nothing but acceptance of different points of views, angles, and directions, understandings, comprehensions, beliefs, habits, actions, thoughts, behaviors, things that you repeatedly do over and over and over again. I just say, what if there's something you can do somewhere that just completely shatters your matrix, shocks your beliefs, and becomes like that godlike revenants within you that just wakens you up completely. Like one grain of sand at a time. You know, like, we all have that in us. We all do. Everyone has that ability to waken up their true potential. We seek after desire so much that the opinions of others become more important than the thoughts of our own. And the thoughts of our own are what supercharges our cells, the atoms, the photons in our being. That alone gives us the ability to change reality. So, if you really wanted to play some God level type stuff, you can ask yourself, why does it matter what other people think when I can choose to change my own reality by changing who I am? You may not be a God over others. Sure, that's fair. You don't need that. But to govern yourself, to be in control of your own emotions and actions and thoughts, and even spirituality. Now that you get 100% control of that, the chances of anyone else competing with that, I'm not saying the competition is healthy in terms of this, but being on your level is just damn near impossible. You're in a league of your own, literally, because you're aspiring to be the best you can be, and that's what's important to you. Others will look up to you because they're trying to aspire to become their best, and in order to visualize what their best must be, they can either choose to look within or they can look without. But if they look without, they're limited to only what you have to offer. And if that's a limitation, then the question remains, how far could one grow? The person you inspire grows to become greater, and then somehow you're aware of that, and you're inspired by that person's inspiration to become greater than what you once were. Then is it not possible for us all to become something better as a whole? That's enough for tonight. This is University of Cornell checking in and checking out. You guys have a great night.